Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm doing great as well.
Well, thank you so much for joining the YouKnowDessie show.
Yes, I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, so I appreciate you coming on the show. I really appreciate you. I know you're, one of the top models, especially, repping Dallas. Okay.
Period.
Yeah, and I guess recently you were featured on the cover of Playboy. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. I'm actually Playmate February 2020.
Uh huh.
So yeah, I'm Playmate February 2020.
Yeah.
And yeah, I have like a whole spread and centerfold and all of those great things.
Oh yeah. So how is it broken up? Because I think I saw one that was like Italian, or was this just one of the versions? Because I
Oh,
definitely.
so I'm Playmate February 2020 for American Playboy, like the original Playboy, and then I got the cover for Playboy Italian.
Oh, that's dope.
Mhm.
So okay, international with it. I got you.
Yes, exactly. I have it here too. I have
Okay.
both.
So the
This is the Playboy American, and I'm inside. And then this is the Playboy cover, my Playboy cover for Italy.
Well, yeah, that's definitely a dope cover. And how does that kind of work? Because um, well, I guess we'll take it back to the beginning because I know you have always wanted to model. I read an article on you recently about how you look up to Naomi Campbell and things like that. So, kind of talk about the beginning, what got you into modeling, and how it all started for you.
Well, shout out to Naomi Campbell. Happy birthday, Naomi. It's her birthday today. Um,
Oh,
but
okay.
um, I started modeling. I always wanted to model. It's what people always say.
Yeah.
But I started because my friend Ashley, who's now my friend, I didn't know her at the time, but she posted a picture of me on Facebook, and she was like, "Oh, do anybody know this girl?" And people started tagging me, and I was, and I reached out to her, and she wanted me to do a photo shoot, and
Hmm.
I did my first photo shoot, and I never stopped.
Yeah. And I know you do, and it's interesting because you do a little bit of high fashion as well as the nudes as well. So
Yeah, exactly.
kind of talk about the difference. Of course, obviously just being undressed, but kind of talk about the difference in. I almost seem like some high fashion models can sometimes hit a ceiling versus like playmates can kind of keep growing and growing and growing. So can you talk about that?
Yeah, so honestly, like the nudity is just like instilled in me. Like I've always been like very like much a sensual sexual person. So and like I've never like hid that side of me. So I love nudity. I love expressing myself, and I really don't care how people really feel. So I've always been that person. So I feel like the nudity side is like who I am.
Yeah.
As far as me doing fashion and beauty, it's just like it just came with the territory of me being a model.
Okay, and talk about the modeling scene in Dallas, because like for you to be from Dallas, you really got to some high heights. Because I feel like most people feel like they gotta leave or they gotta live in New York or LA, and I know you move around, but kind
Yeah.
of the modeling scene being in Dallas.
Well, I I started in Dallas, but I actually moved to New York
Yeah,
probably like a year after I started modeling in Dallas. I just felt it was like I was trapped inside of a
yeah,
like a bubble because I was doing everything, and I sorry my phone was about to fall. I was doing everything, and I was just tired of the same thing all the time, and. So actually I got signed to a modeling agency in New York,
hmm,
and I was supposed to like I got booked for a shoot in New York, and it was my first time going to New York, and so I went to New York and I never came back. I was only supposed to stay for 2 days, but
yeah.
never came back home. And I stayed there for 3 years, and
Uh,
that's where I got my name in New York. So I became Chasity Samone in New York, more so than Dallas.
okay, but even in while you were making your name in New York, I still feel like you constantly rep Dallas. So
Oh,
like,
of course, like Dallas, I love Dallas. Like that's where I'm based now. I feel like because I've made a name and I lived in New York, I lived in LA, I can come home, you know, and I can like still do what I need to do. I get on, you know, I mean, I travel a lot for work, obviously, but I love Dallas, and I feel like Dallas have amazing talent.
Yeah.
Models, just all around the board. I love Dallas, so.
Yeah.
I always
So
love Dallas.
yeah.
I got
So
Oak Cliff. I put Oak Cliff when, like in the Playboy magazine. I put Oak Cliff as,
yeah,
as my best place.
dope. Like repping Oak Cliff in there. And,
Exactly.
yeah. So how did your family? Because I know you come from a big family. So how did your family feel about Playboy? I guess they've been knowing you, so they they know how you are. But how did
They
they?
were so excited that they were probably just excited as I was. Like the energy was just amazing. They threw me a surprise party, and
Yeah.
it was just amazing. They just so excited because they knew this was a long term. Playboy was a long term goal for me, but I didn't know I would get it because I knew that I was gonna get it 2 years ago. Like
Yeah.
but it took 2 years for me to actually like be in the magazine.
Yeah.
But it was a long-term goal for me, but I thought I was going to get it like when I'm like in my 30s, but I got it in my 20s, so.
So look, you got to write down some new goals.
Exactly.
And speaking of goals, I know you like the transition, right? But speaking of goals,
That was a good transition.
Yeah, I know that you talked about eventually wanting to get into politics. So where does that come from?
Well, they just come from, I was in the Army, so I also, like, my dad worked for the government and things, so I've always just been so intuitive and just really, like, wanting to know and, like, about just life and, like, humans and how we move and why we move and the reason why. So it's just, like, I've always been for, like, people, like, my whole life. So, of course, politics play a big part in the way people move and how things are implemented. So, of course, I always wanted to get into politics. So, that is another goal, a long-term goal for me, is to run for city council in Dallas and, maybe, of course, move up and run for bigger things too.
Yeah, so a friend of mine is actually running for city council in the Oak Cliff area,
Yes.
21. So I'm gonna make sure I link y'all because I know you from Oak Cliff as well.
Yes, please. Yes, and I know that I I want to help out with the voter turnout and everything in Dallas. So yes, please link us. I would love to do whatever I can to help out.
Yeah, and then on the voter registration thing, I was telling you yesterday that I had Stephanie Brown James from the Collective Pack on, and they're going to be working on a big, it's called a Vote to Live campaign. So once she reaches out to me to kind of put that together, then I'll definitely reach out to you for that as well.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I would love to be a part of that.
Yeah, no problem. So, yeah. So you come from a big family. It's how many of y'all? Is it 10 kids or 11 kids?
It's 11.
Okay, so how do you keep up with birthdays? How do you keep up with...
I don't. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, I don't know. It's just like, we're all older. We're all grown. The youngest, my little brother, he's 21. He just turned 21. So, I've had a long time to, like, remember people's birthdays. It's probably just my nieces and nephews that I really don't, no. But no, but it's it's easy. It's like it's fun. I love my family. I love us. We are like literally text each other all through the day.
Yeah, I know y'all group chat gotta be lit.
It's lit. It is.
Nowadays.
We got group chats on Instagram. We got group chats on the phone. Like we got group chats everywhere.
Yeah. So, shout out to Etta. That's my homie.
Shout out to Etta. Yes, if she on here, she better be on here.
Yeah. So talk about what's next for you in your career, because obviously this is one of your big goals, and you're already there before 30. So talk about some other goals within your modeling career.
So some more long-term goals. Well, this is a short-term goal now. I want to do movies. I want to start my acting career. Well, not start. I've been in like a I've been in things already, but I want to like do more. Like I want to have like an recurring role on like a show or land a movie role. I want to do that. So that's my next thing for sure.
Well, yeah, and are you signed with an agency? I know you have management
I have management, and I also I'm signed to agency in LA, but it's like strictly LA based. So
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not.
right. You signed a Max, right?
That's my management.
Yeah. I know Max.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Max. Yeah, that's my management, and that's like worldwide. But my agent is LA based.
Okay, gotcha. So have you been taking any acting classes or anything like that? Or you know?
Yeah, I mean, I took acting classes for a while and singing classes for a while. But I definitely need to go back to acting classes for sure.
Yeah, and how do you feel about reality? Because I'm surprised nobody has reached out to you about reality shows or anything like that.
Oh, well, I'm glad they haven't. I don't want to do.
Yeah.
I don't want to do. Maybe with my family, like once my family agree and I like become a bigger person and they agree to do like a family reality show, I'll do it with my family. And
Uh
but as
huh.
far as like anything else, no.
Okay, gotcha. So so what else? So you said acting. What's something that you kind of what's one of your favorite shows right now that you could see yourself kind of acting in, or you know you identify different roles and you like
I
man.
love Insecure. I love Insecure.
Yeah.
I would love to work with Issa Rae as well. So I would love to work with anything that Regina Hall is doing, anything that Kerry Washington is doing. All
Yeah.
my black women, I that's like killing the game right now. I would just love to like jump in there with them.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
So, so talk to me about how the pandemic is kind of affecting your modeling career. Because obviously, if you were being on the cover right now, if in normal circumstances you would be on the road, you'd be flying everywhere, hosting all kind of events and everything. So I know that's kind of can be bittersweet, but
Yeah.
how's that been kind of going for you?
It's actually yeah, like once the pandemic first started, like everything got canceled. Like my publicist started like emailing me like
Yeah.
it's canceled, but they would like to reschedule all of the other due to COVID-19. I'm like, damn,
Yeah.
sick of this beach. But yeah, like in the beginning, all my stuff got canceled. But I was supposed to do like covers, more covers. I was supposed to like, I was supposed to be like on the road and
Yeah.
moving and shaking.
And I'm sure it's gonna come back around, you know, when
Yeah, hopefully bigger. So,
and
because
they
I wasn't expecting like the cover of the Playboy Italy. I wasn't expecting that. So,
yeah, but that's really dope. Like, even with like, can you speak on colorism? Because so many times I feel like they don't be repping the dark skin, you know what I'm saying, like that. So for you
sorry,
to make
guys.
that happen, I feel like
Sorry. Well, yeah, I'm actually an advocate for colorism and dark skinned women and how we are portrayed and represented, and which how we are misrepresented in like media and entertainment and everything. Obviously, around just whatever in society. Period.
mhm,
I feel like we do have a few black men that's like supporting us and like making sure, because I've only worked with like men, like black men who is just very like, no, we need a dark skinned girl. Wale always is like, no, dark skinned girl, dark skinned girl.
yeah,
Gold Link, when I worked with him, he was just so adamant about having a dark skinned woman. So it was like, we have people that's advocating for us. I feel like, it is a process that in a conversation that needs to be said about it. And it's all, it's already a conversation. And
yeah,
people know that, dark skinned women is definitely treated unfairly.
yeah,
But, it's just the way of the game, I guess, right now, like of the pyramid of how it's whatever, colorism, racism,
yeah.
it's just a pyramid thing that you just have to overcome and break the barriers to.
Yeah, so that's really dope that like because I know Europe can be like that sometimes as well. So for you to be on the cover in Italy, that's amazing. You know.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm super excited about that.
So before I get you out of here now, we was DMing and we was talking.
Ah!
Told you I was gonna ask you. Okay, so what's up? Did you start the OnlyFans? Because I've been wanting to have somebody on here that had an OnlyFans or was getting ready to start one, so I could just what I'm saying, check the mindset, see how.
So yeah, I started it. I actually got approved this morning.
Okay.
And the link is in my bio.
Okay. All right. The link in her bio, Chasity Samone. You know what I'm saying?
The link
The
is in my bio. I haven't said it yet though. I haven't announced it yet.
yeah.
But
That's
I
why.
guess I'm now. Whoever on here right now, y'all can go if y'all want to, look at my OnlyFans because I do got some stuff right now on it. But I haven't announced it yet.
But
I
that's
have one.
laughing when I saw you post it because you have a sense of humor. So you
I
posted
know
it
I play a lot.
halfway joking, halfway serious. So I'm like,
I've been
okay,
playing around with it for like 2 months.
yeah,
Like my assistant on here, like he made one for me like a month ago, and I didn't do anything with it.
yeah. So
Yeah.
so right now she got specials, 2 months, 3 months specials going. You know what I'm saying?
Don't lie to them.
Okay, and then so how crazy? So when you got your first cover and everything like that with Playboy, how crazy were your DMs? I know you probably get some foolishness.
Yeah, my DM's kind of crazy, but like I got it. Like I don't receive them like that. Like so, I only receive DMs from people I follow. So if
Yeah,
I like go and like check the other ones that like the crazy ones, like I'll go in there and I do read some crazy stuff, but
yeah.
I don't really get them to me like direct. I have to like just go in there and look.
Okay, gotcha. And I've been seeing you going live a lot. You and some of your homegirls. So y'all be
Yes.
okay. Is that like a set time, or do y'all just because
We
y'all be
need
talking?
to start. We need to make a set time, but that was just I missed her, and we were supposed to. She missed me. We wanted to see each other, but I was just like, "Fuck it, let's get on live."
Yeah,
And then we just got on live that night.
yeah. And then it was funny because y'all was going over crazy dates and how much
Yes, all y'all was in there. Then Jay White was in there acting a fool.
Yeah, shout out to Jay White asking
Shout out to
questions.
Jay White. Yes, it was funny. That was fun.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, I ain't gonna hold you up too much longer. So, is there anybody you need to shout out? Shout out your website. Shout out your OnlyFans. Anything else that we need to talk about before I get you out of here?
Well, yeah, I could do a little shout out. Shout out to Dallas. Shout out to Oak Cliff. Shout out to Melvin and Tanea and Etta, all my sisters, because that's gonna be a long list if I start shouting out.
Yeah.
But definitely click the link in my bio if you're on here, and if you're interested in seeing some things. I'm just saying.
All right. And are you doing any autographs? Because I know people sell like whether it's calendars or autographed copies of.
Yeah, and I need to send you one. So shoot me your address so I can send you a Playboy for sure.
Bet. Okay.
If you live in, I don't know if you live in Dallas or not. If you do, then we can meet up and I can give it to you. But yeah, I am doing signing autographs and stuff. If you live in Dallas, obviously we can meet up. But if you live outside of Texas, then I want to say you can send it to me, but I don't want to say you can. But after all of this stuff over and I can travel, I want, of course I do want to sign the magazines and stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Well, cool. Well, thank you so much for joining the show today. I
Thanks
appreciate
for having me.
I'm gonna edit this up and I'm gonna send you the link for it so that way.
Okay, good.
Okay. Cool.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
All right. You too.
Bye.
Peace.